Hello, and welcome to the EMD podcast, Empowering Motherless Daughters. My name is Zainab. I am your host, and this is my third episode. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. Today, we are going to be talking about codependency. This is something that I struggled with. At one point, I used to look for my mother in you. I looked for my mother in a friend, in a coworker, in a manager, in a neighbor. Hell, it did not even matter. I looked for my mother in everyone and anyone. And that is because I was missing some things. So let me tell you, when I was a little girl, I never noticed, I don't really have memories of my mother being around. I don't really like a mother-daughter relationship. I really don't have a memory of her being around. When I became a teenager, my father saw how much I was in need of a mom. So my father would get sad, and then he would be like, this is something that has always happened. I used to go look for your mother just so she can come and be a mother to you. And then I was like, okay. So this is not something new. So when I was a teenager, I kind of blocked it out. I went to college in New York. When people ask me, where is your mother? I would be like, my mother is dead. That was so wrong. I don't know. I did not know what else to say. I never wanted to deal with it. So I just would say that, which was really bad. But at the time, that is how I felt. Because she never made an effort. She never tried. She was never present. So, I don't know. I was dead to her. So to me, I figured, well, she was dead too. But then fast forward to a couple of years later, I got pregnant and I had a child. And I don't know what happened. It kind of resurfaced where I wanted my mother in my life. And I started working on us having a relationship. And for some reason, it just did not work out. I don't know what happened. It's like there's no bond, no connection between she and I. She and I can sit in a room and it's not, I don't really look like, oh, that's my mother. It doesn't, I don't feel that. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I just don't feel that, I'm just like, it's like almost like another woman in the room with me, but not really my mother. I don't know. I hope I'm making sense. I don't know. That's just how I felt at the time. So anyway, we started working on a relationship, and it's like oil and water, just did not flow. But then she got sick. For some reason, another part of me kind of kicked in, and that's the part where I wanted to be that amazing daughter. I wanted to make her so proud. I wanted to be there for her. I wanted her to know I forgave her. Whatever had happened, it did not matter. What matters at this time is that I am there for you. I am present. So I wanted that, right? And I gave that to her, while she was sick. And then she got better. And the relationship, it literally picked up exactly where it left off before she got sick. Like, literally. It was like we didn't even know each other. I don't know. I've never, disrespected her or anything. But it just never, I don't know. We just never clicked. We never meshed. So fast forward, I'm trying to make a long story short here. Fast forward to a couple of years later, the year 2016, I experienced something so traumatic in 2016 that it turned my world upside down. I felt like I don't even know what was happening on a day-to-day basis in 2016. After August, I have no clue what was going on. I don't know. Just something really bad happened that just shook my world. And I needed my mother. So I contacted her and I said, oh, I don't call her mommy. I call her by her first name. She's okay with that. That's what she wanted. That's what she told us, my brother and I. So I called her and I said, I am desperate. I need help. I need someone to hold me. I need someone to hold me. And I said, I want to come down to Maryland because I want to be with you. I can't be by myself right now. And I remember her saying, you better sit your ass down and don't come over here. Like, you better stay where you are. And I was like, whoa. What? With everything I just told you that happened to me, you telling me not to come over to your place? I was like, oh. And that was the beginning of me searching for therapy. Because I knew that if I didn't go to therapy, with the turmoil that I was experiencing at that time, I don't know what could have happened. I thank Angie, she was there for me. I don't know what would have happened if I did not go to therapy. Because when I turned this way and I turned that way, I didn't have anybody. And it is in therapy that I learned about codependency. In therapy, as well as I read a book called Healing the Child Within. I'll post it below for you to see. It's called Healing the Child Within. And therapy in that book just made me realize how much I was so needy and so desperate to find a mother in you. So a mother is someone that is supposed to nurture you, validate you, love you unconditionally, support you. They're loyal to you. They're trustworthy. I mean, they hold you. They hug you when you need hugs. I think in the book, Healing the Child Within, that a healthy person gets 4 to 12 hugs a day. I mean, do you get 4 to 12 hugs a day? Because, I don't. But I think I'm pretty healthy. I don't hug everyone I meet, but I do like to hug people. So anyway, so I started the whole journey, the spiritual journey of like, I can't go through this. And I dive into therapy. And I said, I got to fix this. I got to fix me. Because my own mother, when I am in trouble, doesn't even want me around her. She never wanted me around her when I wasn't even in trouble. And the pain was so intense. And after therapy, I learned all the ways I used to sabotage relationships, destroy them before they even started. Because I was looking for a mother in you. And let me go over some of the behaviors that I used to do, okay? You love people you pity or can rescue. You feel responsible for other people's actions. I blamed myself for my mother's actions. I thought something was wrong with me. I was so angry. I hated myself. If I could have thrown myself in the river or the sea or wherever, I probably would have. I was focusing on other people's needs, neglecting my own. I need a moment. I was waiting for somebody to give me permission to be me. I really was. I needed someone to validate me. I needed someone to say it was okay to be me. So I never was. I never could be me. I always was afraid that you will not like me, or someone else will not like me. So I was just going around wanting, praying, looking for a mother in a neighbor, in a coworker, in a manager, in a friend. And I just placed so much pressure on them. My marriage, my husband, I placed so much pressure on him taking care of all my needs, all of my issues. I wanted him to fix me. Because I didn't know how to fix me. So the smallest thing that happens will become so big. I didn't know how to set boundaries, how to stand up for myself, because I was afraid I would lose that person. So, I had an issue with difficulty to adjusting to change. That was an issue for me. Making decisions. Ooh, that's self-doubt, double-mindedness. Oof. That was like a daily thing for me. I was also very reluctant in trusting people. I did not trust people. No, I trusted no one. I always wrote scripts in my head about people. I would be like, oh, this person did this because of this, when it had absolutely nothing to do with me. I had to learn that. I did not have interest in my own life because I didn't want to deal with me. These are some of the things that I experienced. Some of the things I'm trying to get rid of in my life. I don't know if you have mother issues, if you have a toxic relationship with your mother. For me, it's non-existent at this time. But comment below. Let me know how you are healing, how you have been able to overcome your mommy issues, how you have filled your cup. Because I'm still working on filling my cup. My cup maybe it's about 2/3 full, but I am working on it, and it's something I'm never going to give up on, which is taking care of me. I hope you don't too. A book that I strongly recommend is Healing the Child Within. When I was reading that book, I was like, oh my gosh, this is me. Like every behavior was me. And I am glad that I got an opportunity to read that book. I am glad that I was able to go to therapy. You know how much I love therapy. And I do so much reading. Just know that you can overcome all of this. And how to get rid of your codependency is, for me, I had to face myself. I had to. I had to start being honest with me as well as the people that are around me. I stopped all the negative thinking, the lack of decision making. Oh no, I don't struggle with that no more. No, Writing scripts in my head, I don't do that anymore. I don't overthink. I don't judge. I just don't feel like dealing with that. I just take things at face value and I move on. I don't have time to think about what that person is thinking. Whatever that person is thinking is not my business. It has nothing to do with me. And I learned that, Again, I had to start taking things personal. I went to therapy, self-care, and the biggest one of them all, boundaries. Oh yes. is the biggest one of them all for me. It's like boundaries. I respect other people's boundaries, and I expect other people to respect mine. I do not expect whatever my needs are from other people. No, I take care of myself. And I learned that I don't have to be perfect. I don't have to be. I am lovable just the way I am. I don't have to be perfect for anyone because I am perfectly imperfect. I am, and I'm okay with that. I love my life now. I love where I am. I know I have greatness ahead of me. And for that reason, I'm excited when I wake up in the morning. So these are some of the things that I have been doing to get rid of my codependency. Tell me, how have you been able to get rid of it? Please share and like. Thank you for your support.